Thank you.
Mrs. Facilitator, guest speakers, distinguished guests, representatives of international organizations, workers, friends, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming to today's great event to talk about minimum wage and decent working conditions in the garment industry. My name is Ath Thorn. I have been working a lot in the garment industry in the past 10 years. So today it is a great pleasure for me to touch upon briefly on minimum living wage in Asia, especially with emphasis on the data and argument in Cambodia's garment industry in relation to that of countries in the region. And it is a network as well as a linkage between brands and those countries. You know, they share common market such as the US, Europe and Japan. On this occasion, we see that there are a lot of participants. We are from our garment workers, those who are experiencing the situation, the issue, especially the stakeholders who are involved in this process, and judges, and also experienced experts from countries around the world, especially in Asia. So this is something special that we believe we can discuss and we can move forward, and the outcomes from this event will be usable and doable. I also would like to highlight some points related to the whole program because it is our first event, such event. I would like to just share with you some opinions on minimum living wage in Cambodia. So if we are talking about the term living wage, well, it is a wage that can ensure decent living. So decent living here means living cost, basic needs, food, social cost, and according to economist research, so it should be able to, workers should be able to support their family members, their children's education, and also get involved in social responsibilities. So that's something about living wage. However, at the present time, according to research, that we can say current living cost in Phnom Penh, at least, we need about $100. However, our wage is still $61. So this is something important that we do consider. Where can we find the rest, the other 39 for $39? So because it is different from the research findings, and looking at the situation in the garment industry, our workers are experiencing difficulties because they are poor, they are not educated, and they struggle to survive. They move from rural areas to urban areas to find employment, and also to remit money homes, and also because if they cannot make money, so their parents, their mothers would not let them come to urban areas. So, and many of them have debt or are indebted. So if we see their current wage of $61, for example, we need to have other benefits like seniority benefit, and for workers who are on short-term contracts. So how can they survive, and how can they be entitled to the benefits? So what they get from their work, they just meet both ends meet, and so just to survive, and sometimes they are sick. That's the real situation in Cambodia. If we are looking at other countries in the region, we can say that Cambodia Cambodia's minimum wage is not high. In Thailand, it's more than 240, and according to AFWC research last year, we know that living wage should be $270. And in Cambodia, according to research, the minimum wage should be 155, whereas the current minimum wage is only 61. So this is a big gap between what workers can live decently and what they actually making, they actually earn. And in China, it's 240, and the minimum wage is 257. So the gap is not big. It's not as big as that in Cambodia. So this is something that we need to consider. And in addition, we also need to know that at the present time, workers are experiencing a lot of problems. And as you know that today we are going to talk about living wage, but also with focus on case studies which reflect their current daily living, their termination, their layouts or termination from work, and short-term contract. So we will discuss all of this, and we will also be able to hear our experts. And in general, we can say that for today's event, I can say that with this process, it seems to be moving smoothly, and the topic is just right at the time. And also the true things that we will see. We want data after the analysis of the 8th on the 8th of February, and after judges have completed their work, and so we can use the outcomes to lobby government and with the government and also brands, buyers, and also want to ensure a comparable wage comparable to a lot of other countries in the region like Malaysia, China, because so that employers will not have to move from country to country. So for this program in general, in my opinion, in my view, it is good. It is a good event, and I hope that the outcomes will be achieved as expected. In order to achieve our expected outcomes, we need to participate. Everyone needs to get involved in this process, especially workers in this room. So we need to show real evidence to our lawyers, so that judges can consider and consider this seriously, and also the data from this event will be very useful. So I think because we have many other speakers, and I would like to conclude my speech here. In general, we are very pleased and very happy to be part of this process. And finally, may I wish you all here in this room, as well as stakeholders, the best of health. Thank you very much.